Prophetic Messages from the Lord, 30th of December, 2016. The first series of prophetic messages comes from a sister by the name of Lana Vosser, and it begins, Fear is going to lose its legs in your life in 2017 as you are overwhelmed with the tidal wave of greater revelation of His love and kindness towards you. So many of you have been plagued with fear in 2016, but I feel Him decreeing that 2017 will see greater manifested freedom, favor, and fervency in your life. You will also flow deeper in hearing and experiencing the frequency of His heart. It's so important that you do not move from the place of seeking Him. There have been many tears in 2016 because of fear, but I decree over you that you shall cry many tears in 2017, but they will be tears of joy. These tears of joy will flow because of the manifested revelation of His love and kindness in your life in explosive ways. Favor and freedom will be experienced in incredible ways in 2017 as you live surrendered and yielded. You will experience a greater ease in flowing in and hearing the frequency of His heart as you seek Him. The revelation of His nature and the beauty of who Jesus is will be seen so magnificently you will be left undone and in awe, birthing a whole new roar out of you. Such deep radical transformation in your life, you will not recognize yourself as His transforming work is unraveled within you. This morning, as my son watched one of his favorite cartoons, I heard one of the characters say, "Buckle up, we are now entering the midnight zone." As I heard it, I felt the presence of God all around me, and I felt the Lord was speaking. As I have sat on this word today and pondered it with the Lord highlighted to me that a lying spirit is coming against many, and it is whispering lies about God's people's future that is not from the heart of God. It is bringing with it a spirit of dread and heaviness and looking for the agreement of God's people to attempt to hinder the plans of God. But this lying spirit has no power if you do not agree with it. Stand against it. I had a vision where I saw Jesus standing with legions upon legions of angels, and He spoke, "Listen, my people, listen, listen, listen." And a sense surrounded me that He was calling for intent focus. He was calling His people to listen higher, to listen above the lies. I heard Him say, "What the lying spirit is speaking to you, actually, the opposite is true. Where the spirit is speaking death, I am speaking life. Where this lying spirit is speaking the end, I am speaking the beginning of a new season. Where this lying spirit is speaking you are going backwards, I am speaking you're accelerating forward. Where this lying spirit is speaking things will never change, I am speaking suddenly over you. Where this lying spirit is speaking confusion, I am speaking direction and clarity." The Jeremiah 29 verse 11 scroll. I then saw the Lord standing with these angels, and He opened a scroll. Written upon the scroll was Jeremiah chapter 29 verse 11. He began to decree the scripture over His people. "I know what I'm doing. I have it all planned out. Plans to take care of you, not abandon you. Plans to give you the future you hope for." I watched as the waterfall of increased revelation and manifestation of Jeremiah chapter 29 verse 11 flooded over the people of God. Jeremiah 29 verse 11 has always been a promise. It has always been truth. And in this season, the Lord is going to increase the revelation of the scripture and its manifestation in the lives of believers. He's really repeating this verse over and over again because He wants His people to get it, and it's powerful truth and a powerful weapon against this lying spirit. Stand on Jeremiah chapter 29 verse 11 and do not move and watch this lying spirit flee. Just make sure you do not agree with it. You are now entering the midnight zone. I felt the Lord wanting to encourage His people that we are now entering the midnight zone, the striking of the clock of heaven to bring the greatest shift we have been personally or have seen personally and corporately into a greater manifestation of the new day and season upon us. The clock and bells of heaven are striking midnight, the declaration of heaven for a new season, complete severance and freedom from the old, a complete leaving behind of the past season, and a freedom to run and fly into what He's opening up that's completely new. The turbulence of the transition has been really bumpy, but the clocks of heaven are striking midnight. The enemy is terrified, but as you and I stand our ground and decree what Jesus is decreeing, watch and see the enemy flee in 7 directions. Deuteronomy chapter 28 verse 7. This morning, I really felt the Lord highlighting again the power of our decree, that as we move towards the end of 2016, do not give up on your decree. Whatever you are faced with today, whether it's joy, opportunity, weariness, discouragement, breakthrough, or waiting, whatever it is, do not give up on your decree. It is releasing double portion manifestation as you decree what He is saying. Dread has been coming against many in intense ways because of the double portion manifestations being released by the hand of God, but you will also be delivered by His hand. I felt the Lord say, many of these double portion manifestations will appear in unlikely, unexpected places, but they will be glorious. The double portions shall be delightful. The hearts of my people will be filled with incredible joy. I then had a vision of the throne room of heaven, and angels were standing all around. They were all standing at attention, waiting for the Lord's command. I could hear and see all the decrees of God's people rising from the earth into the throne room, and they would swirl around in the atmosphere, and they were like music to the ears of God. He loved hearing His children decree what He was saying. Such faith was moving His heart. I knew these decrees were increasing and creating a momentum in the spirit. It was building and building in intensity and paving the way for breakthrough, even if it couldn't be seen by the natural eye yet. I then saw Jesus standing before what looked like a large gold symbol, which is a gong, and He had what looked like a large mallet in His hand. I could see that He was waiting for the perfect moment, the appointed time, His face full of such confidence in the perfect time of the Father. The sense surrounded me strongly of the Holy Spirit moving, working, and preparing in the ground. Suddenly, Jesus lifts the mallet and strikes this large gold symbol, the gong. The sound shook the heavens and the earth, and the angels instantly took flight towards the earth. The next part of the vision, I see these angelic hosts standing on what looked like train tracks in the spirit, and I knew these train tracks were over lives of believers. And interestingly, they were standing right at the switch point. I could still hear the resounding sound of the cymbal, and at the same time the Holy Spirit whispering, it's time, change. I saw these angelic hosts shift the switch on these train tracks, and I heard the words, things are about to suddenly shift in whole new glorious directions. Change, the switch is being flicked. Here's the change. Do not give up your decree, people of God. More is happening in the spirits that maybe you can't see, but know that the Lord is bringing double portion manifestations and glorious sudden changes in direction to lead you into a new place of opportunity, favor, breakthrough, and acceleration. The enemy will fight you to silence you, but stay loud, because your decree is key. The next series of prophetic messages is a compilation of messages presented to you in a single format. The Father says, to speak the truth in love, you must be fully willing to speak who I see in that person from a spirit and heaven perspective. You are to wear the mind of Christ and build up, not tear down. I have said not to walk in the flesh, but in the spirit. You are spirit first, and this is your true identity. Choose to see others through my eyes, and you will walk in the realms of my glory that I created you to be in. I am not concerned with the mistakes a person makes. I am watching over each one of you with joy and excitement all throughout your journey. Never do I look upon you with anything other than my love. I am looking for you no matter what your day brings. I am picking you up in this hour. It is time to dust yourself off, for I am taking you to places you have never known before. Seasons change, and so must you renew your mind to capture all that I am up to. The enemy tempts you to focus on what you think is not going right. Like a fog, it will blind you to my light and truth. I desire that you focus on what I will do with any and all of the aspects in your life. There is far more going on behind the scenes than you have imagined or even considered. You are only in the midst of, but do not choose to define truth in human terms. Beloved, your true life is only in the midst of your time in a human body. Who you are becoming through this experience is so vitally important. It is in this part that you gain the understanding and realization about who I am on a level that you never had before. You are created in my image. Now is the time you are walking in my identity as you live out your life and walk in this tangible life. Open your heart and mind so that I may fill you up with heaven's revelation. Your capacity is limitless. Come up higher. I am turning up the sensitivity in your spirits to witness with greater clarity what is coming down from heaven. There has been many times that you thought and wondered if you were picking up my frequency and voice, but went on about your day. What you will find now is that you are stopped in your tracks to breathe in the spiritual reigning upon the earth. What would take years to reach you will reach you within days. There is a wall of protection between your communication with heaven and the answer coming back to you. My hand is moving swiftly over the waters of the deep, over the land, and over the immovable. Heaven has been brought closer to the earth realm during this time, for you are walking in unprecedented territory. Make your petitions before me. Write the vision, for without vision my people will perish. I am doing the exceedingly abundantly above what you could ask or think for, so ask me big. You are not a beggar before me. You are my royal sons and daughters. There is nothing that I will withhold from those that walk uprightly. It is my pleasure to give you my goodness and love. 2017 is going to be the year of now. My people have not fully understood how to live in the now, or how to create an atmosphere of manifesting their now in all that I desire to do today for you. I am teaching you on a perspective that has not been released before. I am bringing unity in several key areas within my people. You will see a stronger level of cooperation and love across the bride. Be a part of what I am doing. Be transformed into what I desire for you. You are made for more. The 8th day is the new beginning. I desire that you embrace this with everything that is within you. I am coming to you in this hour to show you areas that you have not forgiven yourself. It is time to let go of what you feel you deserve to hang on to. It does not matter what the opinions are from others. I have forgiven you, and so you must also forgive yourself. When you refuse to pardon yourself, you are placing yourself above me. You are stating in this act that Jesus paying for your sins on the cross was not enough. Would you like to argue this point with me further? I do not find pleasure in being reminded of what I threw as far as the east is from the west. It is false humility and pride that you allow to grip your soul, and it must be eradicated from your life. I have not called you to somehow be perfect. If I cannot expect perfection from you, then however will you expect to find it within yourself? I desire that you live in freedom, so you will have to start with your own mind. What binds you is not real, but rather a choice that you are going along with. Those that desire to remind you of the past will find the sobering truth that I do not remember what they are accusing you of either. It is time for the finger pointers to find that I have already dealt with it and move on as well. The enemy would like nothing more than to spin all of creation in his web of lies. Your decisions give him power when he is illegitimate in the first place. Focus on your here and now. This is where you will find my hand over your days. Today is where you have fresh choices, where I am taking you to all that I have in store for you. You are not living up to the old man which was crucified on the cross. You are walking in the new man, and who I am creating you to be on a potter's wheel. Let me have my way in your life, and you will reap a beautiful, beautiful life in the process. Many are realizing that the waters that I have you flourishing in are changing as I send you to new waters. Do not consider this a negative, or that there is anything wrong with where you were. I am shifting you from a comfortable routine into places that will teach you things of my kingdom that you have never heard before. Be open and remain open. I am moving you away from the surface level understandings into spiritual, supernatural revelation. To grow, you must be challenged. To place down your traditions of men, you must be exposed to parts that you are missing. Many think they have all of the pieces simply because no one else has ever told them otherwise. I have not revealed all of the mysteries to mankind yet. The Bereans knew Paul was speaking the truth because they were studied and approved before me. Let your spirits as well bear witness to what is coming down from heaven. Be careful to not reject and align with the enemy of your soul to stir up strife and conflict. All knowledge is new to a person the first time it is heard. Do not let ignorance of my ways be your downfall. When you believe you know all that there is to know, you become your own god of pride. I have no beginning and no end. Is there nothing left for me to show or teach you? Unteachable people will remain living in the dark, believing they are the only ones in the light. Pride will surely keep one like a Pharisee. They will seek to save face instead of learning. My people, I am doing such a wonderful new thing before you right now. My greatest desire is that you come up hither and come up higher and dwell one-on-one with me. You are why I have done all of this. Embrace and let a longing for my presence increase until there is no room left for anything else. Peace is like a river. It is always available to drink, but oftentimes it eludes. What appears to have dried up at certain moments is not the case. It just requires that you dig a little deeper to find me moving within the situation. Let me handle the heavy work. I desire that you receive the spoils from war without the heavy combat. Stay steady. This season is establishing ways to outsmart the enemy with far fewer steps. Like a game of chess, you will surprise him with new strategies and tactics. What he thought you could be easily beat by will become your greatest strength. Find that old pitfalls are permanently sealed over. Choose not to unearth what I have buried. Your mind is a very powerful tool. Think about what you are allowing to snare you in. You are at a time of gaining a better understanding of what walking in full sonship truly means. Many scream platitudes here and there, but they have no real idea how to manifest what they are proclaiming. For those that are hungry, I am teaching on all that you are to do and all that you are to carry out. I could not give you a commission if there was no way to actually do what I have instructed. What I ask of you is surely in the realms of what you are designed to do. Do not see yourself as a mere lowly human built of flesh. I am taking you beyond the mind's comprehension and into my presence. You can do far more than even the early church was capable of. It is your unbelief that works against you. You must forsake the ordinary to walk in the extraordinary. You will find yourself in new territory who follow after me in righteousness. I am about to reveal the things of heaven and of my grand plan. I am going to tell you the secrets that have been long hidden. I will unveil the truth and help you understand. And the truth are keys, and you will see heaven unlocked with them. Many beliefs you have always harbored will be unraveled with them. I am about to bless and enlighten. I am about to expose the myths that have held the truth from my children. The wisdom of man will be undone. Down will come the idols and lies flaunted by the enemy in his rebellion. This is the time of great enlightenment. None will stand before me in the coming days and claim ignorance of who I am. You are cherished. You are not merely loved. You are cherished. You think you have to face your challenges alone, but that is not what you are called to do. Remember, you are not alone. I will lift your sorrows from you and replace them with joy as I lift you. You have but to turn around and I will fill you. Now is a time when we will commune. I have brought you to the place where you can feel peace in your surrender. You can sense that you have come near, for you feel drawn to that cool, still peace found in my presence. If you would but listen, you will hear it. That still, small voice will become conversant. Do you love me? Then feed my sheep. As you love me, care for them for me. You are my hands and feet. There are many who need to be brought into the keep. Live your life before me so that they may see. Live your heart for me before them that they would follow you to me. God is sending you to someone and they will be ready when you get there. You have heard and heard and heard some more, and now you will bear much fruit. You have always hung back, thinking things weren't for you to do. Now is the time that the Lord will move, and he will move through you. There is nothing that disqualifies you from ministry, seeing the Lord move. As you serve, you will set your hand to many things, and you will be amazed at what the Lord would do through you. Now is the time to glorify him, for he has glorified you. You have the faith to receive. The Lord is doing more in you besides physical healing. Resist the urge to take on many more and any more responsibility than to receive. Part of the mighty work he does in you is submission on many levels, and this goes very deep. You are not required to do anything but to stand before him and receive. The Lord's word is sure and true, and he is Lord over you. I will be found by all who seek my face. I will not be hidden from any who cry out to me. I will remove every hindrance that stands in my way. I will move mountains from in front of me so you can see. I will comfort every tender heart. I will counsel all those in need of wisdom. I will give freely to all those in need. I will allow none of my beloved to go to battle without me. I will call to rest those who trust in me. I will renew the faith of all who become weary. This is not the time to fall and to be faint. This is the time to rise and taste victory. There is coming to you great change. There would be the changing of the guard and a great crashing down of the enemy guardhouses and gates all over the world, and particularly in the United States. Now comes a time of great delight for those whose hopes and desires are in me. Now comes the time for everything in play to come to me and align with me. I will have my way in these last days, and everyone will see my delights come to pass. Do not despise your time of hardship, for it was a great gift to you. For in it you have learned to rely upon the Lord in a way that only being hungry can do. He is now the center life for you, and a source of life deep within you. You are closer to Him than you ever imagined you would be, and this is only the beginning. He will continue to draw you into a deeper and sweeter relationship that will empower you, free you, and thrill you to your toes. There is no greater place in all the world than where you are going into His beautiful presence who created the world. You think the things before you are important, but I tell you, I've got them. There are things you don't know to ask for, to be concerned with, or know you have need of. I have them covered as well. Let me be the Lord of them. You who walk into deep places with me are about to have your perspective change. You are about to go deeper into the deep and see things in my kingdom very few have seen. You have been changed, and I am nearly finished. You carry my heart in yours, and soon you will be without spot or blemish. I have wrought in you the maturity to walk with me, to take my hand, to come with me into the deep, and to see who I am. I told you before, not many would come, but here you are, my sweetly beloved, walking with me into my garden. Many of my people feel they are in limbo now. I have moved many of you, and some are in the process of being moved. You do not know yet where I am taking you, but trust me, for I know where you will be safe and where you will bear the most fruit for my kingdom. Rejoice in the new places where I lead you, for you are being planted to bloom in a new way. You will now see fruit in your lives like nothing you have ever seen before. For my power is about to be poured out in the earth in ways you have never witnessed, in ways no man has ever seen. Signs are coming in the heavens of my soon return. Signs and wonders are also coming in the earth that will testify of my power and the reality of my presence among my people. These signs and wonders will help unbelievers know I am the one true God, the only God who can save them. I desire to save them from all that is coming, and an eternity of misery beyond comprehension as well. Go forth, my children, go as you are led, for it is I who leads you. Truly you will see the path clear as you set your foot to it, and you will know only I can make those crooked paths and places straight. Great joy awaits you in your new dwelling place. Go forth now and bring glory to my name. Watch me now as I grow your faith to new levels you never dreamed. I have plans for you that you have never considered. I desire your faith would encompass as much larger horizon as I see it, as I have far more for you to accomplish than what you are believing for now. I have far greater rewards than you have ever considered, than what you believe are coming to you now. I wish to exalt you to far greater heights than you have dreamed of. Come, walk with me now. Let us reason out this great thing I am doing in your life. Follow my leading and be rich in spiritual blessing. Be rich in life experiences as you minister for me, as you walk with me, as you walk in all I have willed for you. Draw closer to me, that I may speak my will to you, and you may walk in it each day. My children are in a quandary about what to do. I have given you leadings, but you know not where. Some of you know not how you will arrive to your destinations. My children, you must remember that any detail I give to you, the enemy also is privy to. I do these things to protect you. I allow you to strengthen your faith as you wait on more details, all the while asking you, do you believe in me? Do you really believe? Do you really believe me to provide for you, not only details, but what you need to do as I have called you to do, to go where I am sending you in my name? This is how you will know if you really believe, if you remain willing, obedient, and ready to do all I say to you. Be ready, be willing to go no matter where I send you. Be obedient in all you do, and exceedingly obedient, because that is your survival in these times. Have faith. According to your faith, it shall be done. 2017 would be a year of change for my people. I am moving many of you strategically where you can bear more fruit for my kingdom. Do not allow these opportunities to waste before you. For I have many blessings for those willing to obey me in all things. You have asked me for happiness, for jobs, for security. Find your security in me. Work at the job I have given you and do everything as unto me in this time. Your happiness comes in being content in me and in your salvation, regardless of whether you abase or abound. Those unwilling to humble themselves will find their way difficult. If you are unwilling to go where I send you, if you are unwilling to do the work I set before you, if you are unwilling to abide where I wish for you to dwell because of pride, you will find your way very difficult. For how can I bless those who are unwilling? I gave all for you out of my great love for you. If you refuse me, know this, that you forfeit many blessings, many relationships, and much joy and happiness. Your way will bring you grief, though you know it not. Seek my way, walk in my ways for you, and be free of the world's measure of success. I am all you need. My children, my strength is made perfect in your weakness. When you are so weak, you will submit fully to me. That is when I can do the greatest miracles in your life. So many of my people want this or that miracle, but they get in the way of their own blessing. I will not fix a problem that you are trying to fix yourself. You must release it to me. It is like a journey. We are either going your way or we are going mine. You choose. In 2017, I am giving many of my children the opportunity to believe me in new ways. Challenges shall present themselves in your lives that require a new level of faith. Faith in a new area that you have not fully believed in before. These challenges are just that, to challenge you, not to defeat you. Do not believe the enemy's lies that you are being destroyed, but believe me to do all I desire to do in your life and be blessed. Remember the words that I have spoken to you so many times before, that it is always darkest before the dawn. I have prepared you for such a time as this. Do not underestimate or doubt what can and will be done through you, through my remnant church. You are here for this time and for this season for a very specific purpose. And I have also told you that the darkness would grow greater day by day. And although the darkness seems to surround you on all sides, there is still so much to come. You must not lose faith. Do not challenge the Father's design. Do not question something that you have such a limited perception of. My greatest work is done in the midst of terrible darkness. I promise you this, and one day soon you will see that this is my truth. You feel as if you are on ships with no captain, as the waters rage around you and the storm is now here. But remember my promises. I am your captain. I am your shepherd. I am your light. I never said I would remove you from the darkness. I said I would carry you through to the other side. You will see many abandon me in this dark hour that has come upon the earth. Many will say there is no God, for the faith of everyone will be greatly tested, severely so, and only those who have chosen to know truth will stand. There is a work being done here that you cannot perceive in each and every soul. I will take you through the fires until all that is not of me is burned away. Greater is he who is in you than he who is in the world. Know this in your hearts. You will overcome. My light will dispel all the darkness, but it must come through you. It must. There is no other way. How else will they see me? How else will they know me? You must testify of my truth. This is why you are here. This is your purpose. You are here for me to show them that I am the way. Many will hate you as they hated me. There is nothing new here. Expect this. But you know in your hearts there is much more to this design than what you see and hear and experience each day. The storms will now intensify greatly. The hour is at hand. As I have prepared you beforehand, you will see much. Pray for those who will curse me. Pray for those who will deny my name. Pray for those who will mock and scoff and vilify the only one who was ever sinless. They are already doing this, but the persecution will increase and become very intense, and my name will not be revered. I have my chosen, though, my special ones, who fear their God and will hold fast to the end, and great will be their reward. You must not give up hope. You must have courage and stand firm through the most difficult parts of this journey, and it will be difficult. But I have this. I have all of this in my hands, and I have already seen you through the outcome. Remember to keep the kingdom perspective. Only I know the hearts of every man, so please understand that a greater work is being done, but you must persevere. It is as an army that has trained and trained and trained more for a battle they feel will never come. They become weary and discouraged and want to use their techniques and experiences to walk out what they have been trained to do, and that day will come, I assure you. It will come, but you must not grow weary in the process. You are most vulnerable at that time when you become weary and discouraged. Remember, the weapons of your warfare are not carnal. Bind these spirits that would serve to keep you downtrodden and weak in faith. These are not of me. Yes, I do allow them. I allow them to show you who your strength is. There is nothing you can do within yourself. You have no power, no authority, no strength outside of me. This is why I allow these things. This will make you a better soldier. I am closer than ever before. Please know this in your hearts. I would not say this if it were not so. I truly am present with you in every moment. You are almost there, my loves, almost there. And you have much support in the kingdom. Many have gone before and prayed for you. They also have seen you through. So continue to hunger and thirst for righteousness and holiness, and stay on my narrow path, and soon I will bring you home. But let us gather the lost first, for I wish that none would perish. I love you all. To my called and chosen, you are now able to recognize the others I have chosen, for you each have a special purpose in the glorious kingdom. You all speak for me with one and the same spirit. Trust your discerning in all things. The adversary will speak untruths and send his own in my name, and fool those without wisdom, knowledge, and understanding to lead them astray. Remember, unless one is humble and contrite, meek, without envy, jealous, causes no strife or discord among his brothers and sisters. If he be proud, arrogant, a liar, a mocker, or scoffer, if he acts as judge over his brothers and sisters, he is not from me or with me. Flee from him, for I am gathering together my own on the earth to help and guide each other. My sheep will know each other as they have been called and chosen from the foundation. My spirit teaches and guides them. They follow no earthly man, but together. They are my army of light, shining brightly in the darkness, speaking, teaching, proclaiming, and announcing as one. Flee from any one speaking any other gospel, for I have not sent them. Be encouraged. I am always with you, even until the end. The time is short. Examine yourself. Look about. Look at the fruits you are gathering. Is it blemish, rotting, offensive to others? My spirit is peace, not rage, not seeking revenge, not wanting to embarrass, hurt, or shame others, does not want conflict or fighting. My spirit is comforting, a helper, has self-control, not wrath. Open your eyes, open your ears, look and listen carefully. I have sent the Comforter to you for this purpose, so you can discern and separate yourself now from any rotting fruit. My peace I give to you freely, that you may have the understanding needed to step away from the world and those belonging to the evil one. My bride, I know you are anxious, waiting for my call. I wait for the appointed time. All must be as it was ordered. I keep my promises. Your wedding garments have been ready. You have made yourself ready. You are my jewel. I am with you always. Remember, I speak to you in the night. I know what you have gone through. My spirit bears witness to the strength in your weakness. Soon it will be remembered no more. The pain, suffering, trials, and tears you shed, I will wrap you in my comforting light, and we will be together for all eternity. Hear, O Israel, I have gathered you together again out of the nations. You were scattered. I planted you once more in the lands I have given your fathers. You will trust in no one, no man, no other gods. I have delivered you from the darkness before, and I will again deliver you from the destroyer. The shofar will blow a warning blast. You will hear and understand. I will protect you, my Israel. For a great trembling comes. My spirit will surround you like a mighty stone wall. Those coming against you will know I am the Lord, for I will destroy the destroyer, and his armies, they will flee your land. I am the Lord, mighty in battle. It is the breath of life that speaks to you this day. I am the light. I am the beacon of hope. I am the Alpha and the Omega. From the beginning I am. You stand in front of me in humility. I know thee. The truth does not waver. It speaks to you this day. Evil has tried to silence you. It shall fail. Your eyes are open and you shall see what lies ahead. Come hither. I shall speak in your ear. What I whisper, you shall proclaim boldly. My eyes see all and know what is in men's hearts. Take heed, the book of 7 shall be opened, for my wrath is kindled, and my will shall be done. Judgment shall replace mercy. You shall bear witness to my glory. Hearken, for in the distance the shofar blows in earnest. Now, my beloved, now is a time of great faith. It is time for my sons and daughters to have mountain-moving faith. What can I not do, my beloved? Is anything too big for me? Will you simply choose to believe that my word is truth and it is for you today? Great exploits will you do if only you believe. Do not shrink back, for I take no pleasure in those who shrink back. Arise, my beautiful ones, for this time I have called you into my marvelous light, that the world may see me when they see you. Will you walk as sons and daughters of the Most High? Will you lay aside the fears and the doubts that you have? Will you choose to ignore the words of the evil one and those that do his bidding by speaking his lies? Will you dare to believe that I am who I say that I am, and that I will do what I say I will do? To those who will believe, nothing shall be impossible to you. Arise, my beautiful ones. All will look and see that you have been with me. Nothing shall be impossible to those whose trust is in me.